Hello and welcome to today's episode. Today we are going to learn the exponent of decimal numbers. When you are given a decimal number with exponent, how do you solve it? How do you break them down to work with? Okay, so let's look at example number 1. We have 0.2 raised to the power 4. 0.2 raised to the power 4. How do you solve this? What you do is that you first of all have to know how to break this down. And we also know that this can also mean 0.2 times this one 4 times of this very decimal number. So we have 0.2 times another 0.2 times another 0.2 times another 0.2. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so this one 4 times. This how to break it down. What do we do now? What you do is that you will now take the significant numbers, the real numbers, and multiply them. So I'll be having the first two, second two, third two, and fourth two. Okay, I'll be taking the 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. So I have my 2 times another 2 times another 2 times another 2. I can get the two twos from this. Okay. Now let's move on. What do we have? 2 times 2 will give us what? 4. 4 times 2 will give us what? 8. And 8 times 2 will give us 16. That's all. Now, it hasn't ended here. What you do again now is that you then count the number of decimal places that we are having in the question. With this, I'll break it down to this form. So how many decimal places do I have here? I have 1, 2, 3, 4. By now, I believe you know the decimal places. They are the numbers at the right hand side of the decimal points. So how many points do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 decimal places. So you stand here as usual, the point is here. You move it to the left hand side 4 times. So I'll move 1, 2, 3, and 4. So your point is now here. Fill this side with 0, 0. And then you put another 0 at the beginning. So therefore your answer is 0.0016. Go through. If there is a question, kindly ask in the comment section. Let us look at another example. Alright, so let's look at another example. Example number 2. Okay, we have 0.3 exponent 5. How do you break this down? First of all, we know 0.3 is repeated 5 times, or it's multiplying itself 5 times, okay, because of the exponent 5. So let's break that one down. We have 0.3 times another 0.3 times another 0.3 times another 0.3. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. Then the fifth one 0.3. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 of this. Okay, 0.3 exponent 5 means 5 of these, they are multiplying itself. What do? We are going to take the real numbers and multiply them. So I'm going to take first 3, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So I'll be having 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 of them. Okay, so let's multiply. 3 times 3 will give us 9. 9 times 3 will give us 27. 27 times 3 will give us what? 81. Then 81 times 3 will be giving us 243. This is what you have. You know your decimal point is here. Okay. You know your decimal point is at the end there. It hasn't ended here. We now count the number of decimal places you have in the expanded form. So we have the first decimal place, second decimal place, third decimal place, fourth decimal place, and then the fifth decimal place. That means I am having 5 decimal places. So I am going to move my decimal point to the left hand side 5 times. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So my point is, and I'll fill these ones with 0 and 0. I will not just start a number with only a point, so I'll have to put a 0 here so that it will be meaningful. Therefore, I'll be having 0.00243 as your answer to the second one. Therefore, 0.3 raised to the power 5 is equal to 0.00243. Let's solve another example. Example number 3. Alright, so you can pause your video and solve the example 3. Example 3 is 0.04 raised to the power 3. How do you solve 0.04 raised to the power 3? You're going to use the same concept. You can pause the video, solve it, and submit your answer in the comment section below. So let's solve this. First of all, we should note that we are looking at 3 of this. 0.04 multiplying itself 3 times. So I will expand it first as 0.04 times 0.04 times 0.04. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 of this. Okay. What did we say we will do after this? We are going to take the real values and multiply them. So the real values are 4, 4, and another 4. So I will be having 4 times 4 times another 4. 4 times 4 will give us what? 16. Okay. 4 times 4 will give you 16. And 16 times 4 will give you 64. Okay. 4 times 4 will give you 16. And that 16 times 4 will give you 64. Now that you have your 64, what do? You first of all go and count the number of decimal places in the question. So when I come to my expanded form, I'll be having 1 decimal place, 2nd decimal place, 3rd decimal place, 4th decimal place, 5th decimal place, and the 6th decimal places. So we are having 6 decimal places in the question. So my cursor or the decimal point is here, and I'm going to move it 6 times to the left hand side. So I am moving 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. My decimal point is going to be here. Now put 0 here, 0 here, 0 here, 0 here, and 0 here. Okay, so when you have this, it means your final answer is 0.00004 zeros and 64 as your final answer. Okay, so 0.04 exponent 3 will give us 0.000064. Thank you so much for being part of this class. Try your hands on different decimal numbers with exponents. Okay, I'll see you again in our next episode. Bye.